son, I'm not always gonna be here to guide you, but if you see this, this is a message to you. Anybody else watching this might help you too. But if you actually in a relationship right now, think about this before you do it. Stick with me. If you don't plan to be with that girl for the rest of your life, don't lay down with her. Cause if you do, I'm gonna let you know right now, it's gonna affect your future. It's gonna change your life forever. Cause this is my mistake as a young man. I always thought that having a relationship or just being sociable with women, I was having a good time as a teenager. I was just doing what I was doing normally. Me, I was really out there. I was going to the parties and the clubs. I was doing things that I shouldn't have been at a young age, man. I was involved with alcohol, other pharmaceutical or street drugs. I'm gonna say I was doing everything, man. But I always tend to go to the wrong crowd instead of going in the right direction. But I never thought that, hey, man, me doing all this stuff is gonna affect me in the future, which it did. So I end up, just involving myself with more and more women, woman after woman, day after day, woman after woman, day after day, and then I met this woman that, hey, man, we had a good time, we kicked it, uh, we was working together, matter of fact, so we spent a lot of time together, and I was thinking like, hey, maybe we can, hang out. So we hang out, we have a good time, and for at the moment, it was just a good time. And I never thought what was gonna happen next would change my life forever. I didn't have any kind of regrets at the time. When you young and naive, man, you think nothing gonna happen. You can't tell a young person nothing. There's nothing you could tell me that's gonna make me stop. I'm going off emotions at this point. All my emotions are leading to how I'm feeling at that moment. And as a young man, all I'm thinking is with the other head, not with this one. I wasn't making the right decisions. So one thing leads to another, and we have a couple dates, and we going out, we having a good time, we doing this and that, and we did it. We had that time that changed our lives forever. And at that moment, and I hadn't think nothing of it. I did it. I didn't think about just making sure that I was safe, and hey, we need to do this the right way and scrap up, man. Cause I wasn't there, I was already, feeling some type of way because I was on whatever I was on, you know what I mean? Drinking and popping pills and all that kind of whatnot, doing things I had no business doing at the time, but I was in it, because the streets was, the clubs was hopping, the streets was hot. If you in Atlanta, you know, man, at certain time in the early 2000s, the streets was on fire. You was getting out, you was stepping out that night. So I'm stepping out, chilling with her, and it happens, man. And then one day we driving, we riding, kicking it like we normally do. And she hit me with them words, I'm pregnant. And that's when I'm like, oh snap, you pregnant? You pregnant? Stop playing. So we run around. I'm me thinking, hey man, how you know you pregnant? How you know you pregnant? So let's stop at a CVS and Walgreens. Let's take a test. Let's take a test. So we took a test. She pregnant, and the dang test come back positive. So I'm like, nah, I don't believe that. I went to like 3 or 4 different stores, did the same thing. All of them came back the same way. It was no saving for me thinking. I don't know what I was thinking. Like if you took 15 tests, then one of them will say negative, and then it'll be negative. But that's not the case, man. You know what it is. She pregnant, man. So I just lived with it, And son, if you see this, man, I love your mom, man. It was just we wasn't ready at the time. Okay, so that goes on, and we end up taking it on to the next step. But the whole time this going on, man, me and her, we were never close enough to know if we wanted to be with each other for the rest of our lives. It was just a temporary moment of happiness that we felt, and this experiment that we did. I ain't gonna call it experiment. This experience that we had, okay, it was life changing. Neither one of us knew if we wanted to be together forever. You know, at the time we were having emotions. We were feeling good. We young, everything good. You know, I'm still in high school at the time. And in high school, if you're a young man, you know, just hanging around, just being with one woman, man, you just don't know if you want to do that. You know, you don't know if that's even an option for you at that point. So you're making different decisions. But if you step back and really think, like, is this the person I want to be with for the rest of my life? Then you will know right then if you should or you shouldn't do it. Because you don't know somebody until you spend enough time with them to know their if their issues are able to be something that you can deal with for the rest of your life. So their flaws, it has to be something that you can maintain a relationship with. So if they do something that you hate, then you know you're gonna have to deal with that for the rest of your life. And if they do something that you love, then you're gonna have to deal with that for the rest of your life. So uh it's not a temporary moment for you to be thinking about how you want to just have relations with her. You know what I mean? It's for the rest of your life, son. So don't sit there and do something until you know she's the person or a person that you can spend your life with. Does she meet your standards? Even if she does her bad habits affect the way that you feel emotionally? Because you will not know this until you spend more quality time with her. So you need to go on them dates. You need to sit down with her, find, talk to her, go meet her family. Spend time with her family, see how her family interact. So you know where she was raised and see how they interact with her and the habits that her parents have. Do you see that she might end up, picking up the same habit, or is she showing signs of the same habits from her family? You need to know this before you decide to do that, you know. And hey, you're a young man out here. If you do decide to go in with no protection, man, don't make that mistake. Just make sure that she's the girl for you. And if she's not, man, don't do it or use protection. Just make sure you take care of what you need to, or it's gonna affect the rest of your life. You don't want to have to deal with child support and other things like that. So I'm saying this: if you like this video and you want to hear more like this, and you're a young man and you don't know what's going on with you in life right now because you don't have that father figure, I'm here, man. Now this is a lesson to my son. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. Y'all stay on, stay blessed.